Yes, hello and welcome. It is yet another great and awesome Wednesday, and we are talking about the cryptocurrency. The name that is giving me some mentioning problems is Satoshi Nakamoto. He's the inventor of the Bitcoin. He is the guy behind this name. And he is known to roughly to be owning a million Bitcoins. And in December last year, one Bitcoin was going for 1.7 million Kenya shillings. I don't know what that is. This is a coin that is trending. Meetings are all over. We want to take you through the Bitcoin thing. And to take us through that is Bwana Muchiri. Karibu sana Muchiri.
Asante.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good to see you too.
Now tell us, who is Muchiri now?
Apart
from the Bitcoin. Forget about the Bitcoin. Who is Muchiri?
I am Samuel Muchiri. I'm a business person. I have a fruit shop. And I'm also a student at KU. I'm doing my MBA.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm from Nakuru, relocated to Kerugoya in Kagio. Yeah, and now I'm located in Nairobi.
Relocated. Good. Now I heard you doing this thing, the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
What is this thing? You know, meetings are all over. Guys are telling us, come for the meetings, learn about the Bitcoin. What is this thing? What is this currency? What is a Bitcoin? Basically, what is cryptocurrency? What is this?
A cryptocurrency is a virtual currency. It's like a virtual asset that can be used as a medium of exchange. It's like money, only that you can't touch it.
Okay.
Yeah, it uses an algorithm called cryptography. Cryptography is an art of creating a code. Yeah, through cryptography, cryptocurrencies can be generated, generate new units, process transactions, and for security.
And for security reasons.
Yeah.
Now let me know. According to what the research that I've actually done about this currency, I heard that it uses blockchain technology.
Yeah.
And what is this blockchain technology? And what is it and how does it work?
Blockchain. A blockchain is a digital ledger. It cannot be corrupted. It's very secure, and what can I say? Blockchain uses very secure algorithms. It has a decentralized database.
Okay.
Like the way banks operate.
Yeah.
They have one system.
Yeah, they have one system. Yeah.
Two people cannot access the same data at the same time.
Yeah.
But for blockchain, one document is distributed among every computer that is registered on blockchain.
Okay.
So it cannot be altered. For it to be altered, you have to alter all of them at the same time.
And everyone has to see that you've altered.
Yeah. So you need a lot of computing power to alter just that single document.
And now, okay, help me get these. How do I mean, how is this blockchain? Because I'm trying to look at the fact that I'm in the suburbs, I'm down there, and I want to buy the Bitcoin. And I don't know the process. I even don't know what to do. I don't know even where to start. Now, let's start here. What is the process of purchasing that coin? I may not get all the technology, the algorithm.
Yeah. The process of purchasing a Bitcoin. It's very simple. Here in Kenya, you can use M-Pesa, but you have to deal with someone who owns some Bitcoin.
So I can buy my Bitcoin from M-Pesa?
Yeah, or money transfer through banks.
Okay.
You have to send the person who has Bitcoin some money, then he or she sends you the Bitcoin. Yeah.
And how much is one coin? Okay, currently, like now in Kenya?
Currently, right now, one Bitcoin is going for around 1.2.
1.2.
Yeah, the last time I checked this morning, 1.2 million.
This morning, 1.2 million.
Yeah.
So when I want to buy, I can buy through M-Pesa or...
Yeah.
bank transactions. Eh?
Yeah, which you can buy in fractions. You can buy 0.001 Bitcoin. You can buy from 1,000 and above, or even 500.
With 500, I'll start, owning a percentage of the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I might start right now. But no, let me get this. How do I trust those people who are selling me that coin?
Now, for trust, you have to, I think it's better if you work with referrals.
Oh,
Like, if you know someone with Bitcoin, or someone tells you this guy is going to sell you some Bitcoin. Yeah, or also you can use, there's a platform online called Local Bitcoin.
okay.
There's local Bitcoin which you can purchase Bitcoin. That is guaranteed. You can trust that one.
I can buy through that one.
Yeah. They sell at percentages. It's quite expensive though. You can find someone selling one Bitcoin at 13% profit. So if it's going for 1 million, he's going to get a profit of 130,000.
And can we say this is where the world is headed to?
Yeah.
Because we are headed to the cashless era. And this thing, I saw that the Japanese government allowed this thing to continue.
Yeah.
But why are the other governments afraid of this thing?
Maybe it's because no central bank has controls it. It cannot be controlled by any bank.
Okay.
It gives someone the freedom of doing whatever you want with your money. It has no boundaries. You can purchase something in the USA. You can transact with anyone anytime you want it. It's very fast.
Yeah, I understand it's very fast.
Yeah, it has some priorities. The faster you want to complete the transaction, the higher the transaction fee. Yeah.
Okay. So if I want to purchase very fast, I'll have to pay more.
Yeah.
Now, let's come to the e-wallet. What is the e-wallet? This thing everybody is talking about. Or is it the wallet that I'm going to put my or what is that?
To purchase some Bitcoin, you need to create a wallet first. The wallet is where the Bitcoin is going to be stored. It can be, there are many wallets. There's a Coinbase wallet, there's a blockchain wallet. Blockchain is the most popular. There's also which they also have the mobile application. So for easier transacting. Yeah, and it has the addresses. It creates addresses that keep changing. But once an address has been linked to your account, that it will never be linked to another account. So you can even use the first address that was generated the first time. Anytime, even after 5 years, you can still use it. Yeah. So the wallet, you need it.
I need a wallet.
It's like your bank account, but it's where the Bitcoin is going to be stored.
It's where the Bitcoin is going to be stored.
Yeah.
And now, is this coin stable? Now let's come to that point. That thing is scaring, I'm telling you. That bit of, you see, whoever bought Bitcoin on December 7th,
Yeah.
bought it at 1.7 million. Today, if they are selling it, according to the Standard newspaper, they are saying they are bound to lose 700,000.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you can't tell me that.
Bitcoin has been known to be very volatile. The prices keep fluctuating. It all goes with demand and supply. When the demand is high, the value goes up. When the supply is high, the value goes down.
Okay.
Yeah, so when, like in last year, around August, I think it was around August, China banned Bitcoin transactions there. And people are given 1 month. Was it 1 month or 2 weeks to sell all their Bitcoin? Yeah. So the Bitcoin price crashed. It was around, it was transacting at around 280, 300,000 Kenya shillings. And it went down up to around 180 or 190,000.
Seriously?
Yeah.
And where do you even start? With all that money getting lost, where do you even start now?
I think the best thing is to hold. You have to know when to buy and when to sell and when to hold. Like right now, if you bought it at 1.7, you don't need to sell unless you have to.
Unless you have.
Yeah, you have to hold it. The price will go back up. It always does that. Yeah.
So it always goes up.
Yeah, it goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up.
This
Yeah.
issue of this coin. At least if it was going down or going up, okay, going down with a small percentage, you know that one is
Yeah.
reasonable, right?
Yeah.
But now talking of all that percentage, that's too big for me. Now, what is mining? You know, I had something to do with mining. I have to tell you this. I'm very green in this. And Bitcoin, this thing.
When people hear of mining, then they think of the practical mining, the
That's
physical
the first
mining.
thing I had.
Yeah.
The moment I had that one, that was the first thing that I thought.
But mining in cryptocurrencies is like mining in quotes. So it's transaction processing and verifying of transactions and also security. Miners are the people who have those computers. They are very powerful computers.
I heard that it works on only one platform of a computer and a hardware. Okay, let's first of all go back. Tell us again, mining, from point to point, mining.
Mining, it's the, what do you call it? It's the way of processing transactions. Yeah, people earn Bitcoin through mining.
Through mining.
But they give their computer power. It's called hash power, computing power, to solve take for example a mathematics equation that cannot be solved, very difficult. So the computers try to guess the answer.
Yeah.
No, through that is mining.
Okay.
So when they give an answer, they are given a fraction of a Bitcoin.
Okay.
So Bitcoins are generated or they are paid.
Okay. Okay.
But
I get that.
it has very low returns.
Okay. Very low returns.
Yeah, because the computing hardware for mining, they use something called GPU. There's a CPU, which is in many computers,
Yeah.
and the GPU is more powerful. But it's very expensive, and before you get the returns, it's going to take long.
Wow.
So people prefer to trade.
To trade.
Their buy Bitcoin and trade it. Yeah.
Now, these computers, don't you think it will be a problem in the world if these people are not able to buy these computers? Why can this guy just make this thing work in all computers that we have in our houses?
Through that, it uses a lot of power. So in countries like, I think that's why China banned it. Because China electricity is very, the prices are very low. No, unlike in Kenya. You bring it in Kenya, I think you're going to experience very high losses.
Okay.
Yeah, because the hardware is very complex.
And don't you think we need to produce more electricity for us to be able to trade more in Bitcoins? Because that's where the world is headed to.
Yeah.
But now, the issue of not being able to work in all computers, that's also an issue with us.
It can work even in a normal laptop, in a normal computer. The problem is you are never going to make enough money. You find that you're getting like $1 a month, which is not, and you have used electricity like 14,000 Kenya shillings to get just 100.
What?
It's not worth it mining. Many organizations in the US, in Europe, they are the ones who are mining.
Okay.
Like they have, what is it called? There's an organization that mines, but there's BitClub Network. BitClub Network, it's a mining organization where an individual like me or you can pay to earn Bitcoin.
To pay to earn Bitcoin.
Yeah, you have to register with around $100. That's 10,000 Kenya shillings.
10,000, yeah.
Then you have to, that's registration. Then there's a package you have to buy for a period. Is it 1 year? For a certain period. Like the smallest package is $500. And you earn very little. You earn, they have, it's like you're buying hash power. Hash power is the power for mining.
For mining, yeah.
Yeah. the hash rate, hash power. No, but the returns are very low.
Their returns are very low. So
Very,
you
very low.
better like buy Bitcoin,
Yeah.
stop mining, forget about all that. Let those guys mine for you.
Yeah.
You just buy
You
this
just
thing.
buy the Bitcoin
Ah, come
and
on.
trade it with other cryptocurrencies.
Come on.
Yeah.
You're coming back to Kenya. You are abroad.
Yeah.
Viewers at home, if you're watching us, we're talking about this thing which everybody is talking about, the cryptocurrency. When you'll be coming back, he'll be telling us if whatever Dr. Njoroge said, CBK governor, was really true and whether we should go for this. Please don't go away. We'll be right back. Yes, welcome back, and today we are talking about the cryptocurrency, and taking us through is Mr. Mushiri. Now, Mr. Mushiri, now according to the Standard newspaper on 24th,
Yeah.
the CBK governor warned us that this thing is not secure.
Yeah.
You shouldn't buy Bitcoin. Why should I buy Bitcoin by then?
I think the central banks, they don't like the aspect of Bitcoin taking over.
Okay.
Yeah, because people are not using banks a lot. People are just using cryptocurrencies. There is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin for transacting, and the people like in third world countries, second world countries, many people are afraid of banks.
Okay.
Yeah, they think they're not safe with the banks. In case of they think of manipulation. Yeah, and with Bitcoin, I think not many people embrace it, especially the older generation.
Okay.
Yeah, they think it's like a pyramid scheme, which is not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an asset. That's why even people are saying that you have to pay taxes. Like in the US, it is being taxed.
Good.
Yeah.
Now let's come to that.
Yeah.
The issue of taxes. They are claiming that, and if I should read that one correctly, they are saying that that Bitcoin cannot be taxed.
It like the US government, they define it as an asset, not a currency.
Yes.
Because it is not under any control of any central bank in the world. So it's an asset
So,
and not a currency. That's
okay.
So it needs to be taxed. That's what they said.
Okay.
And maybe I agree with them.
Yeah.
It's an asset, it should be taxed.
Shouldn't be taxed.
It's an asset.
Now,
If it's a currency, it should be under control by one of the central banks or all of them.
no. Let me know. If they say we don't tax that coin, okay. Does it mean that is why the governments are becoming wary of the Bitcoin taking the power? And maybe, you see, when the transaction is between me and you, Mr. Mushiri, it will be very easy for us to do without any person intermediary here.
Yeah.
Because that is what actually we are used to,
Yeah.
banks being in the middle.
Yeah.
And reaping a lot of benefits from me and you,
Yeah.
which was easier for us to transact in the medium of trust and honesty.
Yeah.
And obviously, our medium allows us, the use of blockchain, what.
Yeah.
That one allows us and it is secure.
Yeah.
Does it mean that that is why the governments are not secure?
Exactly. That's why they want a medium.
Okay.
Yeah. They want to. The central bank want to bring banks in the middle there.
In the middle.
Yeah. They believe that there must be a medium for an exchange to happen or transaction to happen.
Which is actually changing in the world.
Yeah.
We don't need that. I can tell you we don't need that. Now, Citibank analyzed that Kenya, we are number 2 in Africa, and we are among the countries in the world which are using Bitcoins.
Yeah.
We stand at 2.3%. In Africa, we are number 2.
Yeah.
South Africa leading.
Yeah.
I tell you, Kenyans, we are there. Does it mean that those who have not bought Bitcoin are being left out?
Yeah. They're being left behind. Because if you invested in Bitcoin like last year, around January last year, I think Bitcoin was around 90,000 Kenya shillings.
90,000.
90,000. 2017 was the year of Bitcoin. I think that most people embraced it, and they saw as a very good investment. Many people who had lots of money in the bank, so it lying around, it's not growing, it's just saving. Maybe they took a portion of it and invested in Bitcoin. And now maybe some of them are millionaires.
In a way, I agree with you there, because I also hate the fact that we usually put a lot of our cash in the accounts there.
Yeah.
And that pains me a lot. And I usually say this when I talk to people about money. I hate the point where banks come to you, and I'm sorry I'm saying this on camera, where banks come to you and they tell you that you need to pay for your kid, and you know, to be putting some money for your kid. Eh?
Yeah.
And that money doesn't grow. That money is just there.
Yeah.
And this kid cannot use this money, which are his or hers,
Yeah.
until they are 18.
Yeah.
And that money is not growing.
Yeah.
I better buy Bitcoin.
And there's inflation.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Now, Kenya's GDP, according to 2016, grew up to 1.7 trillion.
Yeah.
Actually, Kenyans, we've said we were actually invested in 2.3%
Yeah.
Bitcoin in the world. That's where we stand.
Yeah.
Tuko juu, by the way.
Yeah.
Now, if Bitcoin fluctuates, we're in the risk of losing 163.3 billion. Which is actually, which simply we can be able to use that money, we can spend on one of the ministries
Yeah.
for 3 financial years. Don't you think this thing is, the issue of fluctuation is an issue to consider when buying Bitcoin?
Yeah, you should consider it. That's why you shouldn't buy when it's high.
Now, when do I know it's high?
Okay, you have to study
in addition
it
with
first.
that,
You have to research it, see the current price. In your blockchain wallet, you're going to see a graph where you see how the price it has been for the past 1 day, 1 week, 1 hour, 1 month, 1 year, and see where was it the highest. Is it going down? Is it stable? But when it's going up, people sell it at an expensive rate.
Okay.
Yeah, you are going. It might be at maybe 1 million. It starts rising. A couple of days, now people start selling.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they will sell. You call someone, I want some Bitcoin, and he says I'm selling at 15% or 10%. You negotiate a price. Then discuss how the mode of payment.
Okay.
Is it face to face? Is it bank transfer? Is it M-Pesa?
I would go for other transfers. And don't you think we need some intermediary because of the honesty in the people in the world? Do you think people are honest enough?
No. Some people have been conned.
Okay.
They send the money they send the money first, then the guy just switch off the mobile phone.
Yeah, it's easy to buy a SIM card nowadays than
Yeah.
okay. So the issue of honesty is an issue that is affecting this coin.
That's why it's recommended you buy, even though it's expensive, on local Bitcoin. That's the best, because when you're going to see a list of traders.
Yeah.
They are ranked. You are going to see someone who's ranked 100. Some are not ranked. So the one who is ranked 100 is going to be at the top of the list.
Okay.
So you can you go into trade with him. Okay, you just type in the amount. I want Bitcoin worth 100,000. That inclusive of his interest.
Inclusive of his interest.
Yeah, and the transaction fee.
On the transaction fee.
So when you type in 100,000 and you press OK, now you're going to be given details where to send the money, if it's bank transfer, if it's M-Pesa. Now, and his number is there, you can chat with the trader. But the moment you initialize that transaction, that 100,000 worth Bitcoin, maybe if it's at 15%, then 100,000 is 115%. You're going to get 100% of that amount.
Of that amount.
If 100,000 is 115%, what's 100%? So it's maybe around 90,000, 85. Around 85 to 90,000 worth Bitcoin.
Worth Bitcoin.
Yeah. So it's locked in his account. He can't transact with it, the trader. it's moved to another, another secured wallet. When you pay the amount, you attach a screenshot.
I tell
You
you.
screenshot, you can do anything on phone, or if it's a bank transfer, a mobile transfer, screenshot, upload the image, confirm that you have finished the payment. The trader confirms. If he doesn't confirm, you can talk to support. They are going to see the details of the screenshot, and you will receive the Bitcoin in your wallet,
Come on.
just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah.
The transaction fee.
Hmm?
Does it change?
Yeah, it changes. Like it was from last year around October, blockchain increased the transaction fees to very high. Like you could find that if you need a transaction to complete in like 10 minutes, you have to pay to transfer Bitcoin worth around 1,000 to 100,000. It was going for like 2,400 to 3,000. It was exactly $14 to $28. Then it shot again
It is short again
to $30.
to $30.
But now it has gone down again.
It has gone down.
The transaction fee has reduced. Now it's at is it $1?
No, with the same amount. Okay, it has gone down. As also the coin is going down. Now
Yeah, no, the transaction fee changes.
changes. But so this coin, I would be justified to ask. So this guy Satoshi Nakamoto, this guy can change anything. He can wake up and say, I want the transaction to be 10,000. And everybody in the world, that guy is getting his share.
No.
Who controls these things? Who controls the fluctuation? Because the point being, okay, especially on the transaction, fluctuation is inevitable.
Yeah.
And it happens all over.
Yeah.
But for the Bitcoin, it's worrying. No, forget about that. The transaction.
Transaction fee.
Why does it fluctuate? Because we need something like static.
It
Even if it
doesn't-
has to, it doesn't have to take, such a high percentage.
I think I think it goes with demand and supply also, the transaction
Okay.
fee. But right now people are holding Bitcoin. They're not
Everybody now is like...
now because it's very very stable, very stagnant at 1.1, 1.2. I think they see there's no need for a high transaction fee. People are not buying Bitcoin. People are not selling their Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we start selling, all of us, because from my graph, I look and see that today is selling well, and I'll call my friend and tell them, come on guys, this thing is selling today. When we all start selling, then the other thing goes up or the value goes down.
Yeah.
It is the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, tell me, why do I need a Bitcoin and I already have a bank account? Come on, tell me why I need this thing.
Okay. For let's say you are dealing with M-Pesa and you are selling something
Yeah.
and you don't have the Lipa na M-Pesa or pay bill number, which it can also be someone can reverse the transaction. Yeah, but for blockchain, for Bitcoin, once you send,
It is sent.
it cannot be reversed. So for a merchant, a trader, they are safe.
They are safe.
Yeah, and there are very many organizations that prefer Bitcoin. Like there's Microsoft.
Microsoft, yeah.
Yeah, there's San Jose Earthquakes. They are a football club in the USA. They accept payments in Bitcoin. There is also PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal, yeah.
Skrill. Skrill is from the UK. It's like a bank account that's online. It's like PayPal. That is even better for Kenyan traders because if you don't sell your Bitcoin, or you are in a rush to get some money, you simply send your Bitcoin to Skrill account, to your Skrill account.
Don't you think that's awesome?
And withdraw to your M-Pesa.
And I withdraw to my M-Pesa?
Yeah, or to your... For M-Pesa, it's instant.
Come on.
But to send to your bank account, it's going to take like 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For Bitcoin gives you freedom.
Okay.
Unlike a bank is going to be closed on holidays. On Sunday, the bank is closed.
Yeah.
And for example, if you need like 500,000, you can't withdraw in the ATM.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
Yeah. So, but for Bitcoin, any time, any day, you can get the money you want.
And do you think that's where the world needs to go? Because I've always had this fight about people waking up and believing that cash will be there forever.
Yeah.
Me, I need a cashless world.
Yeah.
When that taxi guy takes me home, I just need to pay him through my phone.
Yeah.
You see, the issue of this thing is common in Kenya. Geta, that thing is back. I want a point where even Mama Boga, I'll just pay her through my phone.
Yeah.
You know, that is the world we want. But we want a currency that can that is stable, that everybody can use. And I believe they need to consider everyone in this.
Yeah.
So if there is a way they can be able to make the Bitcoin be applicable even in my neighborhood, Mama Boga, who does give me good services, you know, I'll be paying her from the house, you know.
Yeah.
So we need a more stable coin. But I believe Bitcoin is good.
Yeah.
If you only understand the process. And this is what I would tell our viewers. If you do not understand Bitcoin, please don't buy.
Yeah.
First of all, understand Bitcoin. I'll give you a minute to talk to that camera over there. Tell people about Bitcoin. Just 30 seconds.
Okay. For Bitcoin, I think if you need to invest in Bitcoin, you need to be very careful. You have to buy or invest the Bitcoin amount that you have to invest amount that you're willing to lose. Because the price can fluctuate, it can go down, and you're going to be stressed. And you don't need to panic when the price goes down or goes up. You need to be patient with Bitcoin. Yeah, the price will change, definitely. It will keep changing, but it always goes back up. Yes.
And there you had him. That was Mr. Mushiri. He's taking us through the Bitcoin. I know we are going to have this conversation sometimes later. If you have questions about Bitcoin, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll invite him here again to take us through, and he'll tell you whether I've bought, because I'm in the verge of being convinced. So thank you, viewers, for your time. Until next week, God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.